Hi, today I'll be walking you through Boston crime data report analysis that I've done. I did this EDA in Python and I got this data set from Kaggle. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see on the screen, we have around 16 columns in the data set, more than 426,000 rows, and each of the different the terminologies for each of the different columns is mentioned on the screen. We have incident number, which is the primary key. We have offense code and offense code group, which is basically an ID given to each offenses. Then we have district, which is basically a number given to each district in Boston. Then we have reporting area, shooting, whether the shooting happened or not. I assume that the rows which did not have, which had blanks basically in shooting column, that means shooting did not happen there. So I'll be putting no in during the data manipulation process, which I'll be just walking you through. Then we have occurred and date, which is basically on the time, duration, when the crimes happened. And then finally we have the location of the crimes. We also have UCR, which is basically Uniform Crime Reporting, which basically tells you that the severity of the crimes, is it part one? Part one means the most severe, and part three being the least severe. All right, without further ado, uh, this is the Python code that I've written. I've imported different libraries here. If you do not have any library present, or it gives you an error, just use pip install and that particular library. Then I have loaded the Boston Crimes data, and I have removed 2015-2019 data because it was incomplete. Um, you could keep it if you want to. Then I have just wanted to see what the different UCR parts existed of, and I removed or dropped any duplicates. I checked with df.info. I checked what's the different columns present. Are there any nulls? What are the different, how many rows are present? Right? Just to get an idea what type of data type is also for exist for each of the different columns. Then I just converted date into date time. Uh, each and every column, which is basically date and time and year. So, and here I have just removed the rows which had this garbage value 0, 0 and -1, -1. Here I have filled those rows which had blanks with n. This is my assumption that the blanks were basically the shooting did not happen. Here I just wanted to see how many nulls are there. As you can see, still lat long has nulls. I'll take care of that at a later stage. So now we have another, I've created this month name for each month. It's easy to visualize. You can keep it month as well. All right, now data cleaning part is over. I now went ahead with the data manipulation. I'll show you why I did this. Why did I create three different data frames for each and every year? Of course, there could be easier ways of doing it. Please do comment or share with me on how I could have done this better. But this is what actually, strike me that I should be doing. I created three different data frames to create a stack bar chart basically. And I replaced, by the way, -1 um, df ladder to replace -1 where value is none. All right, so here I have basically created a stack bar chart by each year, and that is where I actually needed this particular data frames. Yeah, so next I have just done a similar process for different data years, and this is now I have done UCR part, which is basically shows you the severity of the crimes. Right, I've used the this is basically to write about how to plot a chart. X is the year, Y is the incident number, and UCR part. So as you can see, again we have a stack bar chart showing you the severity of the crimes, and yeah, I'll be sharing the different insights and recommendations from each of the different charts, but right now I'm just walking you through the code that I've written. Here also I've done month wise. I wanted to understand each and every month what are the different incidents that happen. Similar to this, I have again created different data. I'm sure there must be better ways of doing this, but yeah, do let me know. in case you think that this is a long way of going by it. Here I have month wise. I want to plot a stack bar chart month wise, different offenses that happen. Here I've done for the different weeks, a different day of the week, Monday, Tuesday to Sunday. What are the different crimes and offenses that happen? I've just taken top five for simplistic view. Here also I've done day of the week, how many different, what the total number of crimes that happen every day. Here I wanted to see what is there any pattern in the hours, like at what point in the day crimes happen a lot. Next, I wanted to see visualize in a more visualize the map and see if there is any particular trend to the districts which have crimes. Do they happen to be together? Do they happen to be in close proximity or not? Right. So I have plotted the crimes by the different streets, then by districts, and by different severity. Then similarly for by the shootings, by incident numbers. This is a particular district B2 which had the highest number of crimes. This is the percentage, around 16% of the crimes happen in B2, which is a lot. Shootings by district, again, it's kind of obvious, not correlated, but there's a high chance that B2, if B2 has the highest number of crimes, the shootings will also be the highest. Again, it's correlation doesn't apply causation, but yeah. Then we have shootings by the street. Then we have what are the different types of crimes that happen for different incidents. How many? What is the incident rate? Then we have volume of incidents by offenses. Motor vehicle accident response actually has the highest percentage of offenses that have happened in the past 3 years. Here I've plotted a heat map. Then we have this particular, these are different districts, just to give you an idea of how the districts are laid out and the different crimes that happen. All right, so I'll now move on to the recommendation, the slides that I've created. Just to give you a recap, I've done drop duplicates, filled those columns like shooting column with NA, which did not have any value to N, just assuming here that shooting did not happen. Then I'd split the occurred on date column into date and time separately. This is again, these are some garbage values. I just discarded those rows. Month to month name. All right, now comes the insights part. So as you can see here, we have motor vehicle, larceny, medical assistance, and these are the top crimes. Like 1/3 of the total offenses are constituted by these four crimes. So our recommendation was that Boston Police Department should develop proper strategies to tackle these, because these are top crimes that are happening. Next, we wanted to understand by each year what is the severity looks like. As you can see here, part 3, which is the least severe crimes, happen a lot. So although we do not see a significant year-on-year drop or a rise, this is usually the trend which looks like. Then we wanted to understand, like, is there any trend that we can see month by month? In November, December, we did see a drop in crime rate, and that could be attributed to the fact that there are festivities during that time in the US, so there could be a less a less footfall as compared to rest of the months. Then we see in February and March, we see that drug violation cases, they happen a lot. So our recommendation is that Boston Police Department can, specifically look out in February and March for drug violation cases. Similarly, we do see in November and December, in November and December, we have the simple assault cases, as well as in January. We do see in November to January, there's a higher assault cases. So Boston Police Department could look at it. Um, yeah, and next I wanted to understand at what day of the week incidents happen a lot. Simple assault, as you can see here, Saturday, Sunday, we do see a significant number of simple assault cases, and that could also be attributed to the fact that on Saturday, Sunday, it's the weekend, people are on the streets, so that could be one of the reasons. Then during the night time, it was i- during nighttime we did see that the number of crimes that were happening were actually less as compared to the daytime. And again, this could be attributed to the fact that there are a lot of people who are not on the streets. As you know, that motor vehicle is one of the top crimes, uh, top offenses that happen in Boston. So there are not a lot of people who are on motorcycles or during the night time. Here we wanted to understand from a geolocation perspective that which street has the highest number of crimes, and a quarter of crimes happen in only these 15 streets which you see on the screen, while the ones highlighted in red, they constitute of 10% of the total incidents in Boston. So our recommendation is that Boston Police Department could uh, further put surveillance in these particular streets. Similarly, here as well, we do see that the top three streets comprise of 11% shootings in the Boston, right? The top 15 streets, eight also happens to be the one with the highest number of shootings, the ones in green. The ones in red are the top three streets, which comprise of 11%. So these are the total, these eight streets that I've highlighted here. They are also present of 15 crime streets. 55% streets with high incident would also have the high shooting rates. If you see here, crimes by district and shootings by district, there are B2, B3, C11, which is the common ones here. They constitute of the 65% of total incidents, and they constitute of 75% of the total incidents. So our recommendation is that the Boston police could, further increase their surveillance in these particular districts. Here I wanted to understand that which district had the highest severity of crimes. As you know, it's part one is the highest severity. So B2, D4, A1 had one of the top three highest um, high severe high severity crimes. So 50% of the most severe crimes are concentrated in B2, D4, and A1. And the Boston Police Department must utilize more advanced surveillance measures in these districts. So here I wanted to understand what the top, this personnel position districts B2 and C11. These are the colors basically of each and every district. B2 and C11 can be specifically trained to handle motor vehicle accidents, because if you see here, uh, motor vehicle accidents happen a lot in these districts, and larceny happens a lot in these districts. And similarly for medical assistance also, we can see these two districts have the highest number of incidents which happen. So experience of police officers in handling specific offenses can be used to position them in districts with higher volume of these offenses. Then we have a geolocation here. We wanted to see that what kind of districts have the highest number of crimes, and if you see, the districts are in close proximity, the top districts that we have. So our recommendation is that the police department can hold a strong perimeter of, so that they could have a strong watch of the crimes uh, in the city. All right. So if you see here, we have quarter by quarter heat map, how the different crimes are changing. So this is an additional metric. right, which can help the police department allocate the resources more effectively. And we see that the crime rate is less on the borders of the city, right? If you see the red ones here, red is the highest crime rate, right? And the crimes are more concentrated in the interior parts of the city. All right, that's it for the presentation. And if you have any feedback, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much.